Hello friends, I welcome you in this video tutorial series of WordPress and WooCommerce for intermediate and advanced users on behalf of Perfect Web Solutions. My name is Imran Qasim, and in this video tutorial we are going to discuss about a powerful and yet a very easy and simple feature of WordPress. The name of that feature is Shortcodes. Yes, WordPress provides us a feature called Shortcodes. With the help of this feature, we can define a short form of a code and use it in posts or pages, which will then return a simple or complex output based on the input or logic provided in the shortcodes. Basically, this feature have two built-in functions which we are going to discuss here. The one is add shortcode and the second is do shortcode. So let's get started with add shortcode first. Let's open our website which we have created using our localhost, and the name of that website was Woo Store. So let's go to the admin panel first. Now we are on the admin panel of a localhost website. Now let's open our favorite text editor. In my case, my favorite text editor is Sublime, and I'm going to use it. If you don't know, in this particular tutorial, we are using 2017 child theme. 2017 child theme, which I have created using another plugin named Child Theme Configurator. If you don't know about Child Theme Configurator, you can watch my previous tutorial how to create a child theme using Child Theme Configurator. I have explained in very details about this simple plugin and the feature of this plugin name Child Theme Configurator. So we will load our child theme in the text editor. So let's go to our htdocs folder, then Woo Store folder. From there we will go WP content, then themes, and we will drag 2017 child theme folder here. This shortcode feature we can either we can use it in our functions.php file, or as well as we can create a separate function for this particular feature. But in this tutorial or in this example, I'm going to use this feature in functions.php file. So let's open our functions.php file, and here we have our functions.php file, and you can see we have all our latest code and snippets which we have discussed in our previous tutorials: filters, actions, and managing WooCommerce. So to start to add short code, we need to type add short code and press enter. Because in this Sublime text I have installed, let me show you first that I first go to project, sorry, is it projects or yeah, tools, and then go to snippets, and in this snippets type sorry, palette, it should be in the command palette. Sorry, it is in the command palette, not in the snippet. So click on tools, then command palette, and it will open up a small window here, and just type install, and from this you will install package control, install package. After this you will get a list. So here you will type WordPress, and it will give you some list of WordPress snippets, WordPress developer sources, and generate salt subway plugin for generating new WordPress salt keys, or WordPress readme to markdown, WordPress tab, pull additions to Sublime if, switch db, toggle debug, and quickly install. So I have installed this feature from here, which helped me to understand the functions which are used in WordPress. Like if I type add shortcode, it will automatically give me what kind of parameter does it need. So in add shortcode we basically need two parameters. One is tag and the other one is function. So in tag we define what short form of code we are going to use in our posts and pages, and against that particular short form it will execute a function which we define here in as a second parameter. So my shortcode form name is m underscore s underscore c. This stands for my shortcode, and I've used short form of m underscore s underscore c. And in the function parameter I will type my shortcode function. Again, make sure that these names does not conflict with any existing plugin name, plugin function, or any other function inside your WordPress installation. So make sure this. I have written add shortcode, or we can write here if statement, if not function exists, and then function name my shortcode function. So this one will, and I then type and if inside this particular function, and then I will going to define everything. So add shortcode, or either I can type here function my shortcode function, and then in this parenthesis I am going to implement my function. So for this, make sure, and another thing we should remember, that this shortcode feature must return a value. We shouldn't do any echo statement or print statement here. We must use return, because then it will automatically echo it out after we return it, and wherever we put that code it will echo it out. So make sure it return value, because sometimes echo works but sometimes it reflects some unpredictable output or unpredictable behavior. So make sure you are using return rather than echo. So here I will just simple return a statement like in a paragraph tag, hello from short code, simple, and save it. So now what I did, I checked that whether this function exists or not, then I will create this function, and then I used add shortcode feature and called this function, and then and if. So I saved it, then I will go to my admin panel. In the admin panel can go to any post or page. Let me go to the posts, and I will open hello world. You can open any, and here welcome to WordPress. This is the first word, delete and start writing, and in the end I will type here m s and c, simple, and I will update this post. After that I will click on preview changes, and you will see that it shows hello from shortcode, which we have used in our return statement. You can put any statement, even you can put complete HTML code here, which will be automatically injected or displayed here wherever you have used this shortcode. So it, remember, to use this shortcode you must put this MSC or whatever tag name you have given, it must be written inside these brackets. Inside these brackets, it must be written inside these brackets. So this is the first form of first, or I must say a simple form of shortcode. But there is another advanced form of it, where we send some parameters along with the shortcode, and it will return a value based on those parameters, or whatever we put in the parameters we can take it as our output. So I will create another shortcode for it. If not function exists, function name my image is shortcode function. So I named it my image shortcode. So I will create this function my image shortcode function, And here I will pass. In previous tutorial, in previous shortcode, I didn't pass any parameters, but in my previous shortcode I didn't pass any parameters, but in this image shortcode function I'm going to pass an array of parameters, which is just attributes or just arguments. I am going to pass some arguments. So in this we need to use another function which will assign the values to another variable called atts is equal to shortcodes attributes. So shortcode attributes is another function inside WordPress which will pair the function arrays we pass here and the arrays we have defined inside this shortcode function. So if you see, it have three parameters. The third one is empty string, where we put the name of our shortcode. So it will know that which shortcode against which shortcode it needs to return these values. So in the pair, we define an array. So in this array, we have to put the exact parameters which we are going to use in our shortcode. Like I am going to use img as a single parameter, and what it will return in this image img parameter, we need to put a path of an image. So by default I just put here lorempixel.com/500/500/city. So by default I put here this parameter, but at here in the second parameter I put arguments which I have defined here, and the last parameter I'm going to type it mscimg. mscimg is the name of that shortcode which I'm going to create. So attribute variable gonna get an array based on this function's evaluation, that whether it will return this array to these attributes or it will return this array to this variable. So this basically this variable is gonna be also an array. So if we passed an argument into the argument, for example, suppose, let me explain to you that if I put here msc img is equal to an image path, like I will just use add media, and I select this image and copy its path from here. Sorry, I will copy this path and I simply paste it here. So you see it completely put this. I need to just img is equal to this. I don't need this code. So just simple img is equal to http localhost and this. So that's why when you are inserting images, make sure you are doing this in text format rather than visual, because sometimes when these things happen, it just display the image. So I just need to path. I just need a path of that image, not the image itself. So I update it and I preview this. Sorry, yeah, image msc img. Yes. So in this we have simply it returns this value. It doesn't take any parameter. It returns this. So it means whatever parameter we give this, it will ignore those parameters, this function msc. But if we use this function and we pass it and a parameter like we did here img is equal to this, it will return this image as we want it. So let's go to over, and we have used this, and now I will put here add short code, and in this I will first provide msc img, and in the second parameter I will define this function and close it. Save it, reload this page, and in replace of msc, in this msc we will use msc img. space img is equal to this path. After this we will preview image. Sorry, I forgot to return the value. Yeah, add shortcode, and we need to return $atts into img. We know that it's an array and it have a value and img. So again we will preview this. So it's, you see, this one is returned the same path of what we have written here. So as I in my previously as I explained that if we want to output a complete HTML, we can do here. So let's do a complete output here. So I will put img src is equals to this dot this dot this and this. Sorry, this. So here I am telling it that run an image HTML tag and move src to this img, which we have path. Find the path here. You can see it here, complete path, and then return it on the post or page we have inserted that particular code. So I will just preview changes. Click on preview changes. And you have see that this image displayed perfectly on the post which where we use this MSC img shortcode. So this is how we return. We can write CSS code here. We can put anything we want. Like if I put style here, border, and like I just it is not recommended way to write style like this, but just I'm going to do it. But for this we need to put an ID or class here. I am sorry, img res. So it means img responsive or something like that. So here img res, and here border 2 pixels solid red. I replace it and I will run it, and you see it have a border of red color, and we can move it in center or any CSS property we can embed directly inside, which is not a recommended way. We shouldn't use this style here. We should use it in a separate, and then so this is not the recommended way to add the style inside here. We can do it separately inside our child theme, and if we are using it in the functions.php file, we can put the style in the style.css, and then it will reflect. We can put here class just like I did here. We can use inline styling as well, like style is equal to this here. So the recommended way is to add the style in the style.css and then add a class, particular class here. So this is the correct way to use this feature. So this is the second way of using shortcode. First is without any parameter, second one is with parameter. Now the shortcode function accept by default it accept two arguments, not one. Here we have assigned one argument, but it accepts two arguments as well, and we can write in two ways. The first way is like writing this. This is the first way writing short code in posts or pages. The second way of writing short code is you put here shortcode, and then you put something here, and then again you put this and slash, and then / and then the name of that shortcode again, just like you do with the simple HTML tag like h1, and then you do h1 to close it, and you write here some text, and this one will be used as an h1. So same thing in the second way of writing shortcode is using these brackets, and then again using that brackets, and in between we put our text which we want to display as an output. So we can write shortcode within shortcodes as well, like this. So this is two ways. These are the two ways we used to display shortcodes. So let's look at the third way, second way to output the shortcode. Here we will do if not function exists, my shortcode, or I will put here another way of short code, and here we put this. So if function not exists, to create the function another way of short code. Now that first function will be arguments and second will be content, and we by default make it empty string. And here, so it is necessary that sometime we don't put anything here, so it will return the empty string, and there we can provide the arguments as well, and on based of those arguments we can display these contents. So simply it's like this. So first we need to assign this parse those arguments. So arguments is equal to shortcode at attributes pair array. So in the array we want to perform any HTML tag here. So we say either it have a p tag or it have like h1. Just why we use h1 is equal to false. A simple one parameter, one array of one parameter, and then here I will put args, and the name of this another short code. This is the name of the short code. So here I will put add short code and another short code. The same name we put here and the same function we put here. Copy it, paste it. So we have defined another, but we still didn't get an output. So here is the logic. First two were the simple one. The third one is a bit logical. So if we put an if statement, if argument into h1, this variable will be assigned to this arg variable. So if arg into h1 is equals to false, but it should do return simple content, right? Whatever content we have put here, sorry, content, return else, return h1 dot content dot h1. So what I'm telling it that if we have anything here h1 is equal to false, then it will return this content without any h1 tag. But if it have this h1 is equal to true, then it will return this with h1 parameter. So let's see it in the live example. So here I put the name of is another shortcode, another shortcode h1. I don't put anything here, I just simply do without h1 tag, and I will close it with another shortcode updated, and then I will preview the changes. You see it's showing without h1 tag. So if you inspect element and see it is inside the p tag and it does not have any h1 tag here. So it is without h1 tag. So the text will remain same, and what I'm going to do here I put h1 is equal to true. And now I will update it, and now I will preview the, and now you see this one is used. It came outside of the p tag automatically, and it used h1 tag, and we can see that without h1 tag is now displaying with h1 tag, but messages without h1 tag. So these are the ways we use the shortcodes, and this is the simple one-line statements I have used, but surely you can use longer statements, you can use conditional statements, you can use multiple arguments here, not just limited to one. Like I can use here bold, true, or underline, simply use ul is equal to false. So we can implement these conditions on this before returning this value. We can use that if check, we put all the checks here. If argument h1 is equal to false, then if bold is equal to true, then if ul, so that it will return the proper formatted contents based on these variables. So as I have put them in array, so if I don't provide any of them, it will not, if I don't provide any of them, it will not use them and will return the simple this form without any formatted contents. So these are the simple yet very powerful feature and examples of how to use shortcodes. You can not only use this shortcode in the function.php, but also we can create a separate plugin for this shortcodes and can build plugins for WordPress as well using any of predefined jQuery or any other plugins. We can import them easily using this shortcode feature. I have developed few plugins for sliders like Nivo slider or another old carousels. I use those jQuery plugins and implemented them via shortcode easily, and then created those sliders. And in the next tutorial we're going to discuss about how to use do shortcode and some of other features of add shortcode, and I will explain it to some more interesting feature and more interesting uses of add shortcode and do shortcode inside a theme or plugin. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching this tutorial till end. If you like this tutorial, please click the like button and do subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned as I'm going to build more and more tutorials on WordPress and WooCommerce for intermediate and advanced users using PHP and the WordPress codex. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.